Ready or Not is not frightening because it exaggerates violence. It's frightening because it documents it with precision, care, and a disturbing fidelity to how crime unfolds in real life. Each encounter, each empty corridor and body left behind tells a story not through cinematic language but through meticulous environmental storytelling. The tension comes not from sudden shocks but from the slow realization that the ordinary spaces we visit every day can contain horrors unimaginable. For those unfamiliar, Ready or Not is a tactical first-person shooter focused on SWAT operations in the fictional city of Los Sueños. Players take on the role of elite law enforcement officers, responding to hostage situations, active shooters, and other violent crimes. Unlike many shooters though, the game emphasizes realism and consequence. Decisions actually matter, and you don't move fast enough and hostages get killed, or you accidentally shoot someone that's surrendering and your entire score is completely tanked. It's less about big budget action like Call of Duty and more about methodical investigation and planning. Really just an overall super immersive, slow-paced game. And from the moment you step into Los Sueños, quite literally you are greeted with one of the darkest intro missions to any game I've ever played. Thank you, come again. Upon arrival, the outside of the gas station immediately speaks volumes. Near the gas pumps, a man lies dead. There's no cinematic prompts, no highlighted indicators like we would find in other games. He's simply there, a witness to the chaos that he couldn't escape. Behind the building sits the armored DeBanco truck. Its doors are sealed, untouched. Whatever the intruders had planned for it clearly didn't materialize. Small details become significant. A broken DeBanco ATM displays a sticker reading "No Cash Out," a bulletin board advertises worker demonstrations, and notices about local union disputes are scattered around. Each object functions as a clue, helping the player reconstruct not just the crime but the social context that allowed it to happen. We the player are forced to observe this. Immediately in the first mission of the game, we can see that the system is failing, the city of Los Sueños itself is failing. These failures create vulnerability, and vulnerability creates the opportunity for violence. What appears to be a simple robbery is revealed to be a convergence of systemic issues, human error, and sheer chance. Even the physical layout of the exterior, the narrow alleys, placement of the vehicles, and line of sight from the street subtly communicates how the events unfolded. These spatial clues immerse the player in the investigation, making them an active participant in understanding the crime itself. Inside, the gas station retains the illusion of normalcy. Fluorescent lights hum over stocked shelves and quiet coolers. The ordinary nature of this space is unsettling because it contrasts so heavily with the violence that occurs in it. The familiar becomes a backdrop for tragedy. The layout, the placement of products, even the lighting all reinforce the feeling that this was a space meant for routine disrupted violently. As we move deeper into the building, we notice that there's a diner attached to the back of the gas station, and this quickly becomes the focal point. On the floor lies a body, multiple gunshot wounds, a jammed pistol, a veteran's hat, and a protest sign reading "No to the anti-vet bill." The combination of personal items and the state of the body communicates that there was an entire story that went on here. Without cutscenes or boring exposition, we already begin to feel a layered understanding of who this person was. A veteran who attempted to intervene the robbery unfortunately failed. His gun malfunctioned, he and his dog were killed. Ready or Not conveys this without exposition, leaving the player to infer the human cost through evidence rather than narration. The spatial arrangement, the blood patterns, the position of the pistol, all of it works to silently narrate the sequence of events, making the player an investigator piecing together a grim puzzle. And this is something Ready or Not does, I'm willing to say, better than 90% of games I've ever played. Beyond the diner lies a small hallway and a break room. At first glance, it's mundane. Lockers line the walls, a cluttered bulletin board displays notes, photos, and an image of a man with chocolate smeared on his face labeled "Attention, do not serve this man." A refrigerator holds a note admonishing someone for taking sandwiches, and these elements are seemingly trivial, but they anchor the player in a reality that existed before the tragedy. Most games don't even bother to put these minor human details into environmental storytelling, but Ready or Not does. It reminds the player that this was a working space filled with ordinary people whose lives, routines, and minor conflicts are overshadowed by catastrophic events. Everything in this first level is placed with complete intent, and that just adds to the overall horror and existential dread you kind of feel when playing through it. But things are about to get a whole lot darker. The store manager's office provides the clearest emotional hit. Shot at point blank range, his phone rings repeatedly, displaying his wife's name and a heart emoji. The game never interrupts the scene with music or cinematic framing. The ringing phone itself communicates the finality of loss. This is a deliberate design choice, emphasizing realism and emotional resonance over melodrama. This phone will ring throughout the entire mission, and is really chilling as you move slowly through the rest of the building, just hearing that in the background. However, the office itself reveals even more: diplomas, certificates, and evidence of voluntary service with the US Forest Service. These details establish the manager as a person with history, commitments, and relationships. This single room alone has more environmental storytelling than most games have throughout their entire playtime. The safe in the office has been emptied, confirming that this wasn't a random act. The perpetrators planned their timing with knowledge of the cash flow, exploiting both systemic vulnerabilities and human factors. Notes and messages hint at ongoing operational struggles, reinforcing the idea that larger systemic failures enabled this crime to actually be allowed to take place. After we secure all the suspects, one final task remains. We have to locate a young girl named Crystal Layton who was separated from her mother during the chaos of the robbery. Eventually, Crystal is found hiding in a utility closet, terrified but alive. Her survival underscores the human stakes in the mission. Ready or Not doesn't celebrate victories, and we rarely get the chance to see something like this have a decent ending, but it's a rare reprieve in a level designed to document failure and systemic collapse. The game carefully balances relief with lingering tension, illustrating that even small successes are fragile in a world so easily destabilized. Thank You Come Again is a masterclass in environmental storytelling. Every object, every note, every layout decision communicates a story without explicit exposition. The level demonstrates how a game can create empathy, tension, and horror simply through the careful design of spaces and placement of evidence. It shows how ordinary settings, when observed closely, can reveal layers of horror that feel alive and unsettling. Thank you guys so much for making it to the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, comment, subscribe, all the YouTuber things. And if you want me to go over more levels in Ready or Not in future videos, definitely let me know, because that's something I would totally be interested in doing. This is one of my favorite games ever, and it has such good storytelling in it. Like the lore, oh my god, this game is peak. But yeah, I'm gonna head out. Thank you guys so much. Love you. Take care. Bye bye.